Board, would everyone please rise and salute the flag? Can we get roll call?
Counselor Pierce?
Here.
Counselor Warner?
Here.
Counselor Hartranft?
Here.
Counselor McCormick? Here. Supervisor Lockwood?
Here. Okay, we're going to go right into this public hearing on the fireworks. If anyone wishes to speak, please state your name and address. It's going to be pretty easy. Dan, do you want to stand up for a minute and just tell what it's really about?
Well, this is just a local law to require anyone putting on a fireworks show to obtain a permit from the town code enforcement office first. By obtaining a permit, it requires an inspection before the show is done off, mainly to make sure that proper distances are kept from the crowds and so forth. Just gives us a little bit more control over the event as far as public safety. Most of the guidelines that I used in here, or all of the guidelines that I used in here came out of the NFPA book, which is the National Fire Protection Association. They're about the highest guidelines that you can use to set forth for an event of this type.
Dan, do they have a, ask a question?
Yeah.
When they get the state permit, does that, they have to be qualified as far as you do the crowd control or distances and that they have to be licensed to be able to set them up and, for
They have to
crowd set up
have
and
the individual operating or actually the show operator, the person setting off the fireworks, has to have a state license in order to do it. They're supposed to be licensed by the state. And it's something that the permit application process is going to be looking for is whether or not they have a state license. That the individual that's doing the actual firing of fireworks and so forth has a license to do so.
I have a question too, Dan. In going through this, I didn't notice where it stated anything in there about an insurance bond or anything that's going to be mandated on that.
I don't believe there is anything in there on that.
Do you think that's something we should discuss before this is officially voted on?
I'm sorry, on the front, it does say a certificate of insurance from both the sponsor and the operator of the fireworks display shall be provided.
Yeah, but should we have a written amount? I think is what I'm getting at.
Oh, I suppose we could. It's not something that I really gave a lot of thought to. We could require.
I think all we're getting at here is the fact that, we're having a public hearing, but before we finalize that document, there probably should be
Yeah, we can
an
do
amount
that.
put in there that
Yeah.
would be required.
It's probably not a bad idea to specify an amount.
Anyone else have any questions on this?
So basically, right now, the only thing we got covered is the New York State law. That all fireworks displays should be having a
Well,
permit from New
this
York
is
State.
actually our own law, and this is actually a little stiffer than the New York State law. The New York State law doesn't use some of the more stringent requirements required by the NFPA, where this law does. So this law allows for, I think, it gives us a little bit, allows us to require a little bit more protection than what would otherwise be required. And there basically isn't anybody from the state that, even if, that comes to see that the state laws are being enforced. So, they basically are at their own will without some type of local regulation. They're basically at their own will to do the show however they want.
Anyone else have any questions? Guess we can move to adjourn.
I'll make a motion that we adjourn the public hearing.
Second it.
Counselor Pierce?
Aye.
Counselor Warner?
Aye.
Counselor Hartrat?
Aye.
Counselor McCormick?
Aye.
Supervisor Lockwood?
Aye. Okay, we'll call our regular town board meeting. We'll dispense with the roll call, I guess, since we've already done it. Okay, we have some communications and notices here, announcements, I guess it would be. We're happy to announce that we paid the final payment on the town hall. We started paying for it in 1981 with a serial bond, and we paid the last installment on March 1st, 1997. We also received a letter from Courtney Spencer at the Oswego Hospital telling us that the hospital is proceeding with plans to build a health service center in the Seneca Hill Health Campus on Route 481 in Volney to house diagnostic services in a 120-bed nursing home with the adult care facility. They expect to break ground this spring, but I think I've heard just 2 days ago that maybe this is going to be slowed down a little bit. And the 3% sales tax is taken force here in the town, Oswego County now. And there's pamphlets over there, if anybody hasn't picked them up and wants to pick one up, they're over there. And they're also available in the town clerk's office. I think that's all I have right now. Yep,
We just received this letter from the Literacy Volunteers of Oswego County Incorporated. It says, "Dear Mr. Lockwood, thank you for contributing the use of your town hall to the Literacy Volunteers Reading Rally 97. We were pleased and excited to have such an excellent facility at which to hold the event this year. The Reading Rally was a great success. Not only did we exceed our goal of 160%, but the pizza party and guest readers made the final and exceptional community event. We would also like to thank you and the other town board members who came out and showed support for the Reading Rally. Community involvement is important to literacy volunteers. We appreciate your support. Sincerely, John Beef."
The committee reports. Planning board.
The planning board held its regular meeting in March on Wednesday, March 5th. Present was Kevin Conley, Shirley Bench, and Gary Richardson. The board's newest member, Paul Foster, was present, and Gary Standard was absent. The board reviewed and approved a subdivision request for a 2-lot division made by Bruce Thorpe for property he owns on the Emery Road. The board also reviewed an application from Metropolitan Safety for the opening of a taxi service on property they own on Old Route 57 south of the railroad tracks near 481. We are not yet sure of exactly what they will need and believe that they will have to go before the Zoning Board of Appeals. No representative was present at our meeting. The board also reviewed a possible subdivision request by Mr. Calvin Hall. It was determined that he had not yet approached the code enforcement officer. He was advised that he should do this. The board also reviewed upcoming training programs. The next meeting of the board will be held on April 2nd at 7 p.m. Respectfully submitted, Kevin Conley, chairperson.
Planning board? Okay, zoning board. And we just did the planning board.
To the Volney Town Board, the Zoning Board of Appeals held its regular meeting here last night. Wednesday, March 12, 1997 at 7 p.m. We had 4 referrals from the code enforcement officer. 3 of the applicants came to the meeting. 2 requests were for use variances. The 3rd request was for an area variance. We have set up a date for a public hearing for Grant Smith, who is requesting the area variance. On the 2 requests for use variances, the zoning board has requested me to contact our attorney and ask for his opinion and guidance on these requests. This was also done with the applicant's full knowledge and consent also. The date for the area variance is April 9th, and the gentleman requesting it is Mr. Grant Smith. Respectfully submitted, Barbara Foster, Chairman.
Thank you. Dog control?
For the month of February, we received 112 calls or complaints. I picked up 8 strays or lost dogs themselves at the kennel this month. There's 0 dogs at the kennel at the present time. 3 dogs were adopted out, 2 dogs were redeemed, 3 dogs were euthanized, 6 dogs were reported lost, 4 dog bites were reported. We traveled roughly 400 miles for a period of this month. We got one more thing, I think it was either you or Barb wants to bring up, that we did the census last year, and as the year is coming around and the license that it being expired, we're getting very little renewal on. So, either Barb or you want to bring that up?
I have it here. Okay. The dog control officer completed our dog enumeration last year. We're not getting the response for renewals and dog licenses that the state mandates. When a dog is licensed, agricultural markets send a notice of renewal the first of the month in which the dog was originally licensed. The owner has until the end of the month to renew dog licenses. If not renewed by the end of the month, the town clerk's office makes a courtesy call to remind the owner that the dog's license is past due. We have been mailing out a 3rd reminder, which is costly to the town. Starting April 1st, 1997, if a dog's license is delinquent, the dog control officer will send a certified letter containing a court appearance summons, which will cost the dog owner $25 court cost, plus $2.52 postage and the cost of the license. Renewals can be mailed to the town clerk with proof of rabies shots and proof of its spayed, neutered. A self-addressed stamped envelope is optional, but would be appreciated. Brochures are provided by agricultural markets as to why you need to license your dog are on the table and available from the town clerk. Recreation.
Last couple weeks ago, we went to the Lakeview Lanes bowling alley, and we had a real good turnout over there. Kids had a real good time, and they really treat us well over there. Upcoming events, on the 20th of March, we're going to have Birdhouse Building here at the town hall, and on the 28th, we're going to have Easter egg coloring and crafts here at the town hall. I'm going to have sign-up sheets out here. I'm also going to hand them out to schools, and we're going to try that. On April 4th, coming up, we're going to be going to Syracuse Crunch hockey game, and that's going to be a bus ride. There'll be a sign-up sheet out here for those people who want to do that, and this will also be advertised in the schools.
Maybe you take it off. I believe there's one more letter in my office that you didn't pick up. You didn't get it back from the department.
I just gave him a letter, and we had that packet. Is that
Yeah,
what you?
you said there was another letter afterwards, just before we came in.
I handed it to
Oh,
him.
okay.
Yeah, I've already got
All
it.
right.
Yeah, it's Arts in the Park. I'll take care of that. That's not a problem.
Historian? No report. Highway or code enforcement?
Well, actually, it was a pretty slow month. We didn't issue any permits. And actually, that's the first time, even for February, that I can remember in quite a while that we haven't issued at least one permit. We did issue 4 certificates of occupancy, 1 certificate of compliance. We did 1 housing inspection and 3 new construction inspections. We opened an investigation on 1 zoning complaint and 2 building code complaints. something that we're sponsoring, the Code Enforcement Office is sponsoring April 26th, is a, I guess you'd call it a seminar for anyone within the town that would like to come out and find out exactly what they have to do in order to start a building project. What we're gonna do is have some different tables set up here. We'll have some members of the planning board at one table, the zoning board at another table, code enforcement. I think the fire department's gonna have a table with some home fire safety items on it. I believe I have a tentative agreement from the county health department to do a table with information on septic systems and wells. And basically, the people are just going to be able to come in and go to whatever table they want to get information from and ask whatever questions they might want to ask or need to ask in order to find out what they need to do. It's going to be open to the public, no charge. Hopefully, anybody planning a building project in the town will take advantage of it.
Highway.
13 days maintenance, 15 days plowing and sanding, 2 days repair signs, 2 days hauling ice control sand, 2 days patching roads, and 1 day cutting trees. The supplies were $16,313.42, and the wages for February 1997 was $24,612.24. The total expenditure is $40,925.66, and that's submitted by Bob Kirkby, Highway Lieutenant.
Old business?
Dennis, can I say one thing for Randy before we go further? Might be a suggestion, if you get things going fast enough and get the information out about the crunch game, that you might want to request a deposit like $5 or something to reserve their spot, and if they go to the game, they would get the $5 back, because I think Sue ran into a problem, and she ended up with about a third of the, you purchased the tickets and everything and had the bus reserved, and about a third of the people that signed up didn't show up.
Okay.
So you got stuck with all the tickets.
Before, they dropped the price on that. If you get more than 25 people, it's only $2. $2 had to get in, so that, it's not a real expensive outing. I don't know why, I talked to the gentleman this afternoon again, just to make sure, because after I seen what they'd done before, and the amounts we had to pay, I looked at this one here, and he then again come across and he said, yes. He says, now if you get down around 5 or 6 people, it'll be $3. But once you get to the 25 mark, then it drops to $2. So as long as we're in that ballpark, we'll be in good shape. It's money well spent. I mean, it saves the kids $5 to $6 getting in, which is a good savings.
I just didn't want to get stuck with
Oh, yeah.
10, 15 kids or
Well, what I'm
something.
gonna do is if we get to a point where we're down less than 10 people, then I will just let the bus company know that we're not gonna be going and calling the kids back. I mean, there's no sense, you get down to 5 or 6 people, taking a big bus all the way down there and spending that kind of money. Man, I don't want to disappoint the kids who wanted to go, but we gotta look at dollars and cents and activities in the summer, which more kids take part in the activities in summertime than they do at this time of year. Normally you get between 15 and 30 kids this time of year. In the summertime, you get 60 to 70. So there's no sense wasting another $70 or $100 on a bus now for 5 or 10 kids when you can take 50 in the summertime. You just gotta look at it that way.
If we get down to 10 kids, we can just take your car.
No, but I'll call you.
Randy, would you
Yes.
want to mention times on your events?
Yeah, the birdhouse building is gonna be from 6 to 8 o'clock at night. And, the egg coloring, I've gotta check with the 2 girls that are gonna be coming to help me. That one there, I couldn't get a definite time for them because, I need a lot of help when you got eggs. Also, bring your hard-boiled eggs. Last time I forgot to tell people that you have to bring your hard-boiled eggs. I'll bring a few.
Bring your parents.
But, yeah, if you bring your parents, it'd be nice, but that doesn't usually happen. Doesn't usually happen,
Yes.
so.
What's the time on the crunch game?
On the crunch game, he's gotta let me know because he doesn't know what the starting time is yet. That'll be on the notice out here on the wall, and also the release at the school.
Anything else under old business? New business. Petitions. Okay, we'll go into our resolutions.
Resolution 9757, approval of regular minutes. Move that the regular minutes of February 13th, 1997, having been distributed, be approved without reading. I move it.
I'll second it.
Counselor Pierce?
Aye.
Counselor Warner?
Aye.
Counselor Hartranft?
Aye.
Counselor McCormick?
Aye.
Supervisor Lockley?
Aye.
The motion is carried.
Resolution 97-58, payment of bills. Move that vouchers numbered 58 through 88 in the amount of $31,229.64, general fund, and vouchers 50 through 76 in the amount of $16,313.42, highway fund, having been audited, be approved, and the supervisor be authorized to pay them from designated accounts. I'll move it.
Second it.
Counselor Pierce?
Aye.
Counselor Warner?
Aye.
Counselor Hartranft?
Aye.
Counselor McCormick?
Aye.
Supervisor Lockley?
Aye.
Motion is carried.
Resolution 97-59, fireman's contract. Move that the contract dated March 3rd, 1997, contract on file between the town board of the town of Volney and the Volney Volunteer Fire Corporation to provide fire protection service to the town of Volney. Fire Protection District from January 1st, 1997 to end on December 31st, 1997 for the sum of $179,491.15 be approved and executed on this date.
I'll second it.
Counselor Pierce?
Question before we
Oh,
get
I'm
going.
sorry.
What's the contract read? Doesn't that read go from March to March? The old ones used to, because that's when we get our tax money to pay.
There's a contract right here.
I mean, the older contracts that we used to have.
And I don't know about this contract.
I believe it has to run 12 months, doesn't it?
This one says.
March to March,
Right.
because that's our physical year on money. And if you end your contract,
Somebody needs to talk to the chief then, or the president.
I'm just wondering if I haven't seen
The
a copy of
wording
the
is
contract.
January 1st to
Well,
until
what I'm saying,
December
has the
31st.
wording been changed in the new contract compared to the old contracts?
When you're saying old contracts, what are you talking about?
Prior contracts.
Yeah, but how far, I mean, since
Whenever this
94.
wording got changed. Or is it state, and I haven't seen the contract, is it state in there that it goes from January to December, but money will be received after March 1st,
March 15th.
March 15th? Okay.
Pay the same, not every 4 March 15th.
Any other questions?
Counselor Pierce?
Aye.
Counselor Warner?
Aye.
Counselor Hartranft?
Aye.
Counselor McCormick?
Aye.
Supervisor Lockley?
Aye.
Motion is carried.
Resolution 97-60, accept A.J. Bartlett for mowing parks and cemeteries. Move to accept the bid of A.J. Bartlett for mowing town park and cemeteries on County Route 6 and County Route 3. The bids were, on the park, were $72 from A.J. Bartlett and $85 from Mowmaster, which was the only two bids that we received in here. Is the park on County Route 6 from J.A. Bartlett was $50, and for Mowmasters it was $55, and on State Route 3, J.A. Bartlett was $70, and Mowmasters was $75. So we've accepted J.A. Bartlett.
I'll second it.
Counselor Pierce?
Aye.
Counselor Warner?
Aye.
Counselor Hartranft?
Aye.
Counselor McCormick?
Aye.
Supervisor Lockwood?
Aye.
Can I ask how many times that you vote?
It's up to us. We call
That's
it.
per
Whenever we
mowing?
check it out and we feel it's necessary, then we call it.
This is per mowing.
Per mowing, yes.
Resolution 97-61, Crosby Hill Junkyard Renewal. Move to renew the junkyard license for Crosby Hill Recycling for the year of 1997 at the cost of $150.
Second.
Counselor Pierce?
Aye.
Counselor Warner?
Aye.
Counselor Hartranft?
Aye.
Counselor McCormick?
Aye.
Supervisor Lockwood?
Aye.
And the motion is carried.
Resolution 97-62, agreement to spend highway funds. Whereas the amount of $286,433.40 was budgeted under highway appropriations account DA 5110.1 and DA 5110.4 titled General Repairs, in agreements to spend highway funds between the town of Volney and the county of Oswego must be entered into therefore. Resolved that pursuant to the provisions of section 284 of highway law, money levied and collected for the repairs and improvements of highways in the amount of $286,433.40 may be extended for general repairs upon 62.66 miles of town highways, including sluices, culverts, and bridges having a span of less than 5 feet, and boardwalks or the renewal thereof.
I'll second.
Counselor Pierce?
Aye.
Counselor Warner?
Aye.
Counselor Hartranft?
Aye.
Counselor McCormick?
Aye.
Supervisor Lockwood?
Aye.
The motion is carried.
Okay. Bob, do you have a list yet of the roads that you plan on repairing or prioritizing? Which ones? Or do
You
you?
just signed it.
Oh, did you? On that? Oh. Well, I signed it.
Oh, you signed it.
Yeah, I did. I just didn't read it, I just signed it.
Any public comment?
Mr. Lockwood, town board members, I neglected when I gave my report. I wanted to bring this to your attention. I'd like to publicly thank Danny Russa and Kevin Conley. The three of us took old forms for people who end up coming before the zoning board and so forth. And between Kevin, Danny, and I, we made up some new ones. This is our front page for the zoning board. This tells us how it got to us. And this is an actual application, and I'll let the board look at it, but this is our new form. And I just thought maybe you folks would like to see it and know that lots of times I know there are conflicts between different departments, but this is one time when all three departments were in coordination and harmony. And I just thought it would be nice to let you know that these gentlemen, although Kevin's not here, we did do something to try and streamline for our people in the town.
We get to keep this.
No, I need that back. That's my copy from that applicant.
I don't know if we can take the time right this minute really way to read this, but.
After the meeting, we can read it.
Any other public comments? Yes.
About a week or so ago, I mentioned, we were talking in the office there, what would be the chance of us putting up an information sign out near the road, either out here on 3 or on 6 or both, a billboard type thing, so that we can advertise our coming events, whether it be the town board meeting or special meetings or stuff like that, for people who don't have the time to come in and look at the board inside here, Also in the wintertime when people, the weather's so bad, we could have boards out there. I know Scribe and a few other towns around here have boards where, especially recreation, where when you're driving down the road, you can see what's offered to the public. Just something to throw out. There's no way anybody can tell what's going on here when you drive by. There's no billboard or anything out there. And I'm not talking anything elaborate, but we were talking, just something that we could put information on, whether it be for the recreation or senior citizens or whoever, upcoming events. It's just something to think about.
I know you discussed that in there, I feel to bring it before the board, I mean,
No,
we'll try to get it before the board at our next meeting.
just something.
I don't
food for
really
thought.
see a problem with it, other than,
Yeah.
I don't know how we would be involved and liable
Yeah.
if somebody went off the road.
It's gonna take some time to do it, but I just thought,
We're
we're get the
liable for
process
it.
started now, maybe by we could have something out there that, and just let people know what's going on.
Well, we'll discuss it, but out here on 3, we have town property, and if you get it down by the park on 6, or out here on 6, on town property.
That's what I'm saying, it had to be on town property, it had to be back away from road enough so you wouldn't impair the vision, but anything is better than what we got right now.
Any other town problem? Any other public comment?
No problem.
Wasn't a problem, really. Okay, future meetings of the planning board. Next meeting will be April 7th, and that's at 7 p.m. Our bill signing and agenda preparation is to be April 8th, and that's at 6:30. Next zoning board meeting will be April 9th, and that's at 7 p.m. And our regular town board meeting in April will be April 10th, and that'll be 7 p.m. And we'd also like to extend our condolences to the family of Ed Kuhn, who passed away Tuesday, March 11th. He was our code enforcement officer here in the town for quite some time. And we'd also like to extend our condolences to our town clerk who lost her brother just lately here. Anybody would like to move that we adjourn?
I move that we adjourn.
I'll second
Counselor Pierce?
Aye.
Counselor Warner?
Aye.
Counselor Hartranft?
it. Aye.
Counselor McCormick?
Aye.
Supervisor Rocky?
Aye.